Hey everyone! This week the video is a little bit different and it was urgent for me to share this. So December 2020 was 8 years sober, 8 years of a new life, 8 years of a new lifestyle since I quit cold turkey doing heroin, and my life radically changed. Thank you to Jesus Christ. Now, while I was using, I was trying to get clean towards the end of my addiction by doing different things. And if you want to know more details about the drug abuse and how I overcame that, my book is available on Amazon. It's called A Double Shot of Redemption. Or if you want to message me, I also can send you a copy that is signed. So anyway, back to my story. One of those things that I was trying to do to get clean included meditation, yoga, and astral projection. For those who don't really know much about these things, or maybe you too have tried these things, it opened a lot of doors for me, unbeknownst to me, that were actually really dark. So what do I mean by that? Well, during my drug addiction, I started to experience demonic nightmares. And now I'm not talking about just a nightmare here and there. I'm talking about a nightmare where demons are literally attacking me. And so when I started meditation, when I started yoga, when I started doing astral projection, these nightmares intensified. And for those who don't know what astral projection is, that is, in a nutshell, intentional out-of-body experience. So while you're meditating, you are purposely trying to make your spirit come out of your body, to have that out-of-body experience. And then there's also astral traveling. So for those who are more experienced with astral projection, they believe that they can travel once they're out of their body to places. There's no scientific evidence that this is a real thing where you can travel outside of your body. These beliefs are rooted and grounded in a lot of Eastern religions, including yoga. For those who do not know that, yoga means to yoke, and it originates with the Eastern practices where they're yoking to their whatever god. So if you're doing yoga, I would just say that it is okay to do stretching and breathing exercises, but once you start to apply Eastern practices and the yoking to whatever spiritual aspect, then I would ask you to consider what the Bible says when it says have no other God, or idol for that matter. So anyway, back to my story and my testimony. For 10 years, these demonic nightmares went on. So it wasn't until this year that I was finally set free from them. And it was so interesting the way it happened. So when my husband and I started dating, in our courtship, I would tell him about these nightmares that I was having, because I would wake up in terror and call him, because he was working at the firehouse, so oftentimes he was actually awake. And he told me, he's like, these things aren't normal. How long have you been experiencing these things? And I realized that I had grown numb to them. I had gotten used to this just darkness that had been in my life. Now, mind you, during that 10 years, I found Christ. And majority of that 10 years, I was actually walking with Christ. So when I say we're a constant work in progress, I'm still a work in progress, but this is one of the more recent testimonies. So with that said, let me continue with the story. I would say it was at least a couple months ago now where Tyler, my husband, kept asking me to watch this video or podcast, listen to this podcast between the interviewer and the interviewee, where the interviewee was a very well-known New Ager, and he's describing astral projection, he's describing meditation, he's describing yoga and these New Age practices that involve all of these things. And as the guy is talking, I start to feel this heaviness, and I look over at Tyler, and I realize, I said, Tyler, I haven't repented for yoking myself to these other gods. I haven't repented for participating in these practices, these pagan practices that do not glorify Jesus Christ at all. So right there at the breakfast table, I'm sobbing. Ugly cries, sobbing on his arm, crying out to the Lord, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for doing these things. Please forgive me. And guys, when I tell you, I haven't had a demonic nightmare since. We're going on a couple months now, and I haven't had one since. I've had some really creepy dreams. I've had some kind of scary dreams, but nothing demonic. So I just urge anybody who's participating in yoga, participating in meditation, participating in astral traveling or astral projection to really consider, if you are a believer of Jesus Christ, how does that glorify God? I opened a lot of dark things by being a part of that. So anyway, I hope this video and this testimony helps somebody. And yeah, I'm excited to see what feedback comes from it. So I hope everybody has a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.